Time is just gone 8:44 a.m. as we continue with the broadcast this morning, and we are focusing now on Afghanistan. And we've learned about the deportation of thousands of Afghanis by Pakistani authorities. We are talking with executive member of an international association of Afghan professionals, Ubaidullah Safi. Ubaidullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran for having me.
Yes, Jazakallah so much for joining us. Now, let's just look at this. We've seen these pictures of thousands of Afghan refugees that are actually fleeing Pakistan because there is a deportation deadline. And this obviously is a very, very desperate situation that the refugees find themselves in. Just give us some information, some background on what is the situation and why Pakistan has set this deadline.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma iftah bayni wa bayna al-mustami'in bil haqqi wa anta khairul fatihin. Dear brother, your team, the management of Salam Media, and most importantly, the listeners of your program. Once again, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allow me, before go to further to more discussions, just to make the following statement. First of all, I must say and admit, both the people of Afghanistan and Pakistan share the same religion and many other social values. We Afghans are grateful to the people of Pakistan for hosting millions of our refugees from the time of our jihad against the former Soviet Union in order to defend not only our own country but Pakistan too. It is important to mention that Afghans during the past 4 decades have contributed a great deal to the well-being of Pakistan, particularly to the economy of that country. And not forgetting to the enrichment of many army generals and high-ranking officials of that country. Yes, we agree and we understand soon or later Afghan refugees have to leave Pakistan and return to their country, but in a well-organized, well-planned and dignified manner over a period of time. In fact, many of those who are forced to return to Afghanistan are born and raised in Pakistan. They have never seen Afghanistan. They are going to a country which will be strange to them. Many have well-established businesses, houses, and other investment in that country, and surely by any norms and standards, they deserve to be afforded ample time and opportunity to wind up their businesses, sell their properties, and transfer their wealth to Afghanistan. But unfortunately, the interim government of Pakistan, or to put it more appropriately, my brother, the military establishment, which is controlled by a few generals, unilaterally and so suddenly and unfairly decided to forcefully send millions of Afghan refugees within a short period of time. The treatment of Afghan refugees in Pakistan is sad and disheartening as they confront multitude of challenges like inhumane treatment, discrimination of all kinds, unlawful arrest, forced business closures, demolition of their houses in some areas, asset confiscation and denial of education, and systematic kidnapping, and restrictions on freedom of movement, unlawful deportation, and many other challenges. These atrocities against refugees starkly violate not only the principles enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Geneva Convention of 1951, the International Conventions on Civil and Political Rights, and various other UN organizations relating to the refugees. but more importantly, it violates Islamic principle of brotherhood and neighborhood as well. Additionally, I could say the Pakistan Army, police, and intelligence agencies have conducted and continue to conduct intrusive house raids with no regards to the privacy of occupants, confiscated valuable possessions, unlawful detained individuals, including women and children, with no regard for human value and dignity. They have unleashed physical and verbal abuse even on little babies, women, and elderly. Many people witnessed how the authorities demolished their houses in Islamabad and other locations. The list of the atrocities is too long to mention in this short period of time. In a nutshell, one can say, and it will be appropriate to say, that there exist some similarities between the treatment of Afghan refugees at the hand of Pakistan Army and police and that of our Palestinian brothers and sisters in occupied land by Zionist occupiers. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to unite this ummah and to bring
Ameen.
an end to the suffering of our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan, Palestine, and all over the world.
No, inshallah, I mean, and I think what you're saying is very, very true when you're talking about, the similarities, because, you speak of Pakistan and Afghanistan, similar culture, the same religion, following Islam. When one looks at Palestine, you've got Egypt right next door, you've got Jordan on the other side. These are all brothers coming through from the same stock, coming through from the same religion. And when you draw these parallels between Pakistan and the treatment of Afghan refugees, and also looking at this now, obviously, we know that this is a political move on the part of Pakistan again. And you mentioned the army as well. And this is not the first time where we've seen the refugees from Afghanistan told to go back. It's happened in the past as well. I think it close on to, I think it was around 2018 as well, where we've seen that many Afghan refugees were told to go back now that they are settled. And clearly, this is not acceptable. But just looking at it from the Afghan side, how has the Afghanistan government responded to what this decision that Pakistan has taken?
What I've heard and the information I have, as you know, that we have an embassy, active embassy and consulate in Pakistan, and so Pakistan have embassy in Afghanistan. According to the Afghan government, they have tried and continue to try and speak to the Pakistani authorities via diplomatic channels, because issues like this should be resolved discussions with dialogue, with well planning. They must sit like two brotherly countries and resolve these issues. But unfortunately, according to Taliban, the Pakistan authorities have not heeded and listened to the Taliban's request and their argument. It's a very difficult task for Afghan government. It's a new government. It's only 2 years in power. But Alhamdulillah, the information I have received yesterday, last night, and this morning, both in Torham and Spin Buldak, which is our two entry points to Afghanistan, the Taliban government has put up, in collaboration with international NGOs and UN refugee agencies, camps. There are hospitals, there are clinics, there are teams of working medics that goes, because there's thousands upon thousands refugees are coming and streaming into Afghanistan, including mobile, well-equipped theater, especially for the ladies who are most probably expecting and due to give birth. Then I think there are two hospitals between Torkham crossing point and Kabul, where those are established hospitals underway. So they are trying their best, and they are feeding those Afghan refugees that are coming back to Afghanistan. But yet, it is not an easy task. Almost 1.5 million, 1.7 million people to come back to the country. They have to have a logistics. It's a kind of a difficult, and one can say it's a nightmare. But Alhamdulillah, with the qudrat of Allah, with the support of many international NGOs, and we would like more international NGOs to support Afghans in this task, inshallah.
Well, inshallah, definitely. In fact, later on, we are talking with Africa Muslims Agency because they've got their teams in Afghanistan that is assisting families affected by the earthquake in the Herat province. So, inshallah, we will be talking to them a little later on in the broadcast this morning. But for now, it's a pity we've run out of time, Ubaidullah. We would have loved to engage more with you, but we have run out of time, sadly. But for now, Jazakallah khairan so much for taking time out and talking to us here on Salam Media. We wish you a wonderful Jum'ah as well, inshallah. Jummah Mubarak to you, and we continue making dua for the people of Afghanistan and also for Muslims right across the entire world, including our brothers and sisters in Palestine that are going through the most difficult moments of their life, inshallah. So, with that, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and shukra once again. And hope you people can put me in touch with Africa Muslim Agency, inshallah. I would like to
Ameen.
help him in that regard. Jazakumullah
Inshallah.
khairan. And Juma
Ameen.
Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Assalamu alaikum
rahmatullah.
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum
Ubaidullah
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
Safi
barakatuh.
joining us this morning, executive member of the International Association of Afghan Professionals. A quick break. We come back. We'll be joined by Mufti Hamza Faruqi, the Jummah Nasiha coming through.